So what's going on, guys, and welcome back to yet another FIFA 16 video. So this one is basically going to be, where has all the pace gone? I'm sure you guys have played Ultimate Team and you guys are probably thinking the same as me. To me, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think pace was too OP in FIFA 15. I thought every single person had pace. The reason I've actually chose Borussia Dortmund is because we've got this man at top who has supposedly got 95 sprint speed and 96 acceleration. So we're going to test him out and see how we get on with him. But like I said, it is very different. FIFA 15 was more of, you get a fast player up front, you run with him, and that's it. You score goals. Because if you had the likes of Aguero, you had the likes of Theo Walcott in form. I remember when he come out in form, everyone was buying him because he had like 96 pace. He was so quick, no one could keep up with him, and he was scoring all the goals. Whereas this year, pace does not seem to be the big OP factor. I'm sure if you guys haven't seen my video already, make sure to go back and have a look at that one, and hopefully you guys will see what I think is the OP stat in FIFA 16 at this moment in time. I'm sure there will be others, especially when the game comes out, and when I start to play it more, I will start to discover more OP things. But this was the first thing I found OP, and obviously I thought I'd share it with you guys. So as also you can see on the screen, this is the new Bundesliga basically like layout, because at the bottom right we have a different thing. When the Hazard thing goes away, we have the Bundesliga little logo at the bottom right, which is also good to see. And we've got Gundogan as well here, so hopefully we can play the ball out wide, which we have done there. Aubameyang, and we're going to see how fast he is here. And for me, he does not seem like a 95 pace player, not especially after you're comparing him with FIFA 15. If you're comparing him to just playing FIFA 16, that is the only game you've played, then fine. Obviously, that all it's going to be is, it's not going to be nothing different for you. But because we play FIFA 15, pace was a big thing in FIFA 15. And if you didn't have pace, you wasn't going to be winning games. And if you didn't have fast centre-backs and fast wing-backs, then, well, God help you, you were never going to win a game in your life. Unless you were very skillful and knew how to pass the ball around and not lose it. Because as soon as you lose it, without good, strong, quick players, they were just going to tear you to pieces at the back, especially their strikers, when all they were doing is playing the likes of Sturridge and different things. And I think that's a good thing that pace isn't that big in FIFA 16, because as you guys do know, centre-backs like John Terry, like Mertesacker, I know they are the extremes, that they are very slow, but no one ever used them. It's like Giroud. Did you ever play a team that had Giroud in? Did you ever play a team that had Soldado in? That had Benzema? Yeah, because Benzema was a pretty decent player. Suarez, maybe. But there are a hell of a lot of players. James, a lot of people decided not to use James in the end because he just couldn't keep up. He wasn't the fastest cam. And when you had cams, a lot of people were going for pace over rating and different stats. So if someone had better pace, but they had a lot, like 5 less stats, or they were silver, people were choosing pace over shots, over physical, over strength, over shooting, over everything, because pace in FIFA 15 was a big thing. And that, like I said, was a good thing because many people enjoyed playing with pace and people got used to it. But now pace isn't that big of a thing. Therefore, people are having to think of, oh, I'm used to playing with Aubameyang sprinting along the top of the game. No one's going to stop me. And basically that's going to be it. No one's ever going to catch me. I'll just run. Like now, if in FIFA 15, what you'd do, you just run. And no one would catch you. Okay, they'd take me down there. But they would have caught me anyway. And it looks like Aubameyang might be injured. So hopefully he's not. And the referee gets out a yellow card. And also the animations are a lot better this year. As you see there, the referee does take out the card a lot slower. It looks a lot more realistic. We're going to play the ball here. Can Gundogan strike it from range? Going to cut inside. Unfortunately, we can't find space. Can we find a pass? No, we can't. And Borussia Mönchengladbach, or however you pronounce their name, do get the ball clear. But I thought I'd play an all-German game. We've got a ball with Mkhitaryan here. Can he find the gap in the defence? He shoots, it gets the deflection, and it goes out wide. So also foot draft. I will be doing quite a few videos on foot draft, all different things. Every single thing you can do on the demo, I will be uploading videos for you guys to see. Especially, I will be uploading 1 or 2 videos of the women's game as well to see what the women's like. I haven't actually played with them yet, so I have to wait and see what they're like. But their ratings are as high as a lot of the men, like 88. Rambach, I think, is the USA striker, and Hope Soda has 87. So they have very, very high ratings. So obviously, because you can't play men against women, which it would have been fun to do that. But our goalkeeper comes out, gets lost in no man's land. They shoot and they find the back of the net. Our goalkeeper there, Weidenfeller, what are you doing? So as you can see there, also the foam on the pitch, I think that is a really good thing. I know it's only a tiny thing that's not many people are going to be interested in, but I think it just adds realistic. It looks a lot more realistic when they do things like that, and it's like it's still on the pitch, so it doesn't disappear straight away after the kick is taken. I think they have actually left on a little bit too long because it doesn't normally last that long, but still. It is very realistic, and I do like it. As you see there, it's still there on the pitch now. So I think they will need to fix that for the real game, where they will have to get rid of it a little bit quicker, because as you see there, it's still on there, and I think it's been on there for a little bit too long now, as the foam normally doesn't last that long. But we get a good chance here. Can we find Aubameyang? If we can make the run, can we get the ball to Aubameyang? Unfortunately, he gets tackled, and they get the ball cleared. But I am liking FIFA 16 at this moment in time. I'm not that good at it at the moment, I must admit, and that's basically because it takes me a while to get used to different games, especially because it's like it feels like a complete different game. It doesn't look like FIFA 15. The camera's different, the gameplay is quite a bit slower. The AI, Jesus, you can't even get the ball off them. Everyone is Barcelona. Every single person you play that like Barcelona. They keep the ball to themselves, and it's very difficult to actually get the ball off of them. So I think maybe they'll have to release that a little bit, because when you're playing teams like Mönchengladbach, I don't think their real style of football is keep hold of the ball forever and you can't even get the ball off of them. As you see there, it's not the ball around the back. Obviously, it is more realistic, don't get me wrong, because teams do that, but whether they do it as much as what they're programmed to do in FIFA 16, I'm not that convinced that they are. But I'm not really enjoying playing with Borussia Dortmund either. There's not much attack force. Obviously, you've got Aubameyang, but apart from that, Mkhitaryan, I preferred him when he was playing Cam, and it looks like that might be going out. If we can keep it in, yes, we can. So now we've surely got a good chance with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, whatever his name is. He cuts inside. As you see there, normally in FIFA 15, the pace, you would absolutely blitz past all their defenders. No one would ever catch you in a million years. Aubameyang would be through, and 9 times out of 10, he would find the back of the net because he has very good finishing stats. But this year, it's a different game completely. And like I said, as you see there, even the AI are using the knock-on effect, where they knock on the ball a long way forward because they know it works. And also, the other thing I do like is when I played against Barcelona in the very, very first game, it's always great to see that the AI never ever used to do tricks. And now you've got Neymar, the AI, doing tricks, doing fancy things, which I think looks really, really good. Because before, the AI was very, very predictable, don't get me wrong. They'd done the same thing all the time, and once you played them after 3 or 4 months, you knew exactly what they were going to be doing, apart from when you're playing the big sides. But apart from that, the little sides, you just knew they were going to do the same thing all the time, and they try and keep the ball as much as they could, but it was a lot easier to take the ball off them than it is in FIFA 16 so far this year. We've actually got 10 minutes left in this game. Hopefully we can try and get something from it. I very much doubt it because I'm not very good, I must admit, not at this moment in time anyway. And they do really keep the ball well here. As you see, they're going to try and keep the ball. We're going to try and get there, which we do. Hummels plays the ball to Aubameyang, and unfortunately the ball isn't the best. And triangle is nowhere near as effective as what it was last year. Last year, the triangle button, so the through ball, was very, very effective. All you had to do was press it, and it would always be the first place. But I think X is more efficient this year. If you press X, it's a lot more. It normally goes from A to B a lot quicker, and it looks a lot better. But here, might get a good chance here. It's good. Gundogan's through. Aubameyang's in the middle, but he's the only man in the middle. But can we cut inside with Gundogan? Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to win this game, or even get a point from it. Or not point, but even get something from it. But maybe it looks like we're going to lose our first 3 games. Actually, the first game we were actually winning, but we were playing on semi-pro, so that doesn't really count. But we're actually coming to the end of this video. So if you guys do think about pace, let me know of your opinion on the pace stats. Do you think that they've dropped pace too much? Do you think it's a lot better that there's not as much pace? Do you think pretty much agree with me about. I personally believe it is good that they've dropped the pace, as it gives more opportunity to play with the likes of Giroud, Benzema, Suarez, and it's going to make it more enjoyable as well. Can we get a goal? We put the ball wide of the post, and that is the final whistle. There's so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit the like button down below, as it's going to be very much appreciated, and subscribe if you're new. Thank you. Bye bye.